Hello everyone there in YouTube world. My name is General Kenobi, and like always, I got a good one for you today. Let's talk about game shows. Game shows are shows people can go on to win lots of fabulous prizes. And probably one of the most famous and recognized game show in America is The Price is Right. Debuting in 1971 under the name The New Price is Right, because the show had been around for a while before becoming the format we know today. And it was called The New Price is Right because they had new games and new format, but it was still the same concept of awarding good shoppers. Now, because the show had been around for a while, the show has gone through major changes, from the host, the announcer, and even the pricing games. Today, we're going to look at 10 of them. Now, with the exception of these are not the 10 most popular games. These are the games that have been around since the beginning of the show, that has now gone on for 48 years, and just a couple weeks ago they celebrated their 9,000th episode. That's a pretty big milestone. So come on down as we take a look at the top 10 pricing games from the one and only Price is Right.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like
Number one.
color.
And you know what happens when I say, David, 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 you're gonna play Plinko for a chance to win $50,000.
This isn't happening.
Come on, David. Let's go back here and get started winning big money. There's a Plinko chip. You know you can win $10,000 with that. And I'm going to give you a chance to win 4 more Plinko chips and 4 prizes. What's the first one?
No, you did not skip to the end of the video. I did this on purpose because everyone who has seen The Price is Right knows this game. Everyone wants to play it. And on its 30th birthday, it was the only game they played. Plinko! Premiering in 1983, Plinko has not gone through many changes. Most of them have been the maximum amount of money you can win. It started at $25,000 and has gone up to $50,000, except for special occasions when it goes up to $100,000 or more. At the start of the game, you're given 1 Plinko chip, and with that, you can win up to 4 more if you know the price of smaller prizes. And with that 1 Plinko chip, depending on what the top dollar amount was, you could win either $5,000 or $10,000 with that 1 chip. If you get all 4, you can win the max amount of money. Now, to win the smaller prizes, let's say this phone was one of the prizes, and there was a price of $96. You need to determine if the first number in the price is a 9, or if the second number of the price is or the last number of the price is a 6. Get it correct, you win a Plinko chip. Now, to this day, nobody has won the max amount. I think the record is currently over $30,000, and that's when the top prize is $50,000. Now, when they do a special occasion, the top amount is more. This game is so popular that you can buy smaller versions of the game for your own event. Okay, now that we got the number 1 game, let's jump back to number 10.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like you color.
We have some new flatware. This 60-piece Kate Spade Union Street designer flatware from Michael C. Fina is a wonderful mix of simplicity and elegance. Perfect for everyday dinners or special occasions. Includes dinner knives, soup spoons, teaspoons, dinner forks, and salad forks. All from michaelcfina.com. Or the new car! It's a 2011 Ford Fiesta SE. This 5-door hatchback features a fuel-efficient 1.6-liter engine and a sporty aerodynamic design, plus paint and fabric protection and winter package, the Ford Fiesta.
Ford Fiesta, thank you, Rachel. Here's the game. It's called Any Number. Yeah, it's a great game. I want to show you the first number and the price of the car, which is 1.
Any Number was the first pricing game that was ever played on the show back in 1971, and the last pricing game that Bob Barker did as the host at the end of the 2007 season. Now, so I don't sound like a broken record, I'll be talking about the games when they went to the 5-number format, not the 4-number format. In this game, you play for a car, another smaller prize, or cash. With the car, you're given the first number. They started to do that when cars went to the $10,000 mark, and they wanted to make the game a little easier. Let's say the first number is a 1. You then need to guess the rest of the numbers. Every number, 0 through 9, is on the board, including another 1. You win by filling up one of the prizes. First the car, the smaller prize, or the cash. It's a fun game to play, and it's actually one of the few games on the show that you don't lose. You win something. Now you're probably wondering, can't the same thing happen with Plinko? Actually, no. It is possible to lose Plinko. You lose Plinko by not getting any more Plinko chips except for the one that you get at the beginning of the game, and dropping that Plinko chip into one of the dollar amounts that says 0. That actually has happened before.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like
Number 9.
color.
It's a fabulous trip to London. You and a guest to fly a round-trip coach from Los Angeles to London, England for a 6-night stay in an executive double room, including daily buffet breakfast and welcome champagne and chocolates at Kensington House Hotel. It's a contemporary townhouse offering its more modern brand of hospitality in a historical setting, a home-away-from-home atmosphere, great location, a minutes from Kensington Palace, and many other attractions from Kensington House Hotel.
And the first number in the price of that trip is 6.
This is one of the games that has not changed much since it came out. You are presented with 5 numbers. For example, $13,450. The first number, the 1, is correct. The last number, the 0, is also correct. Your job is to take out the 3, the 4, or the 5. The remaining numbers will squeeze together, and if the price is correct, you win the prize. This game has been played for a car a couple times, in which case they will use 6 numbers. The first and last number is still correct, however. And there have been a couple times where this game did not cooperate very well, as in when they push the button to reveal the prize, the little flap just stays there. So, what do? You give it a good kicking. That works.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like
Number
you
8.
color.
A Ford Escort LX, a small car that offers comfort, style, and fun, and an economical price. This four-door comes with standard features, front and rear floor mats, rear window defroster, and California emission. It's a Ford Escort. That is a Ford Escort. And the first number in the price is what? 1.
Alright. Time to find out how good of a crapshooter you are. In this game, you play for a car. You roll 4 dice, one at a time. Let's say you roll a 4. The host will then ask if the number is correct. If it is, you move on to the next one. If not, you need to determine if the next number is higher or lower than what's shown on the dice. Now, there is a cheat to this game. There are no numbers higher than 6, and there are no zeros in the price of the car. So if you roll all 6s, or all 1s, or if you happen to get all 4 numbers correct, then you win the car automatically. After all the dice have been rolled, if there are any wrong numbers, they reveal the right one. Get them all right, and you win the car. Miss one, and you lose. It's a fun game that can be cheated, but it's still a lot of fun. And if you do really good at that, you should probably go to Vegas.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like you,
Number 7.
fella.
$3,100. That means that the prize you have a chance to win is at least $3,100. What is it, guys? What is it?
An exciting trip to Switzerland. We'll fly you and your guests round-trip excursion coach from Los Angeles to Zurich, Switzerland for a 6-night stay at the Atlanta Sheraton Hotel in Zurich. Your hotel will be near mountains, a lake, open parklands, and woods, and you'll enjoy superb Swiss service at the Atlanta Sheraton Hotel in Zurich.
The range game is actually probably one of the easiest games to play. Most of the time it's played for a really nice trip. To win, you must get the red rangefinder in the area where you think the actual price of the top of the trip is. Do that and you win the trip. There was actually one instance where the guy hit the button to stop it, and when they revealed the prize, it was like at the very edge of the red strip. Bob looked at it as close as he could, and he's like, "He made it. It's close enough." He gave it to him because it was at like the very tip of the red strip. They had given the buzzer, meaning that he got it wrong, but Bob said, "No, give it to him because it's close enough." I mean, if it had gone if it had gone like a couple inches further, he would have lost. But it to this day, I don't think it's ever been closer. I mean, you can't get closer than that if you think about it.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like
Number
you,
6.
fella.
That.
It's a new Jeep. The Jeep Wrangler X 4x4 comes with standard equipment plus air conditioning and locking fuel cap. It's the Jeep Wrangler.
That Jeep Wrangler is not $28,584, but each number is one away from the right number.
Another game that you can win a car, but with a fun twist. You're presented with the price of the car, $25,834. That price is wrong. Each number of the actual retail price is one away from the wrong one. So the 2 would be a 3 or a 1, and so on and so forth. Once all the numbers have been changed, it all comes down to the almighty sound effects lady. You don't ask her, you beg her to know if you have at least one number right. So you actually have to go, "Oh, mighty sound effects lady, do I have at least one number right?" And if you do, you'll hear a car horn go off. If you have at least one number right, you're safe. If you get them all right, you win. If you missed one or more, you do have a second chance, but you have to have at least one number correct. You must then choose which number is wrong, and you don't get any hints as to what number is wrong, because they don't say is the first number correct. You have it is at least one number correct. So it could be any of them. It could be the last number that's correct. So that's where it gets a little nerve-wracking, because if you only have one number correct and you don't have any others correct, you have to figure out, okay, which of these numbers is actually correct. But it also gets nerve-wracking if you get four of them correct and you missed one. You got to figure out, okay, which number is wrong. If you get it right the second time, you win the car.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like you.
Number 5.
Fella.
A beautiful dining room group. Bassett's elegant Eaton House dining room set includes a china basin hut, server, oval table, and 4 chairs, designed from America's colonial period from Bassett. And set a lovely table with this new dinnerware, Lenox Hancock china, service for 8. Its elegance detailed by its raised 24-karat gold design from the Michael C. Fina Company Bridal Registry. A prize package worth $4,320.
And you can win it, Clint, in Cliffhangers. That's our game. Now, this...
Okay, I am not kidding. This game used to scare me as a kid. This game is played for a trip. You are presented with 3 smaller prizes, and you try and guess how much those prizes are. If it's wrong, then the mountain climber will climb 1 step for every dollar you are off, high or low. Alright, let's use the phone as an example again. Let's say I guessed $50, but the actual price was $60. The mountain climber will move up 10 spaces. He can move 25 spaces before it falls off, and you lose. Now, if you happen to get the price right, he does not move at all. To win, keep the mountain climber on the mountain, and you get the prize. There's been 2 notable contestants on this game. Both of them were with the Bob Barker era. One was a guy who actually yodeled along with the mountain climber. Because when the mountain climber climbs, they have a little yodel in the background. Yodel, hee-hoo, yodel, hee-hoo. I'll show myself out now. But there was actually a guy who yodeled along instead and let him do it instead of having the track play. It was actually pretty cool. The other was a guy who just did not understand the concept of the game. Again, we'll use the phone as an example. He thought that it was a pair of watches. I remember now. It was a pair of watches, and he thought they were like $350. No. He stuck with that answer, and of course it was wrong. And the mountain climber just climbed all the way up. He did not even stop. It was like he had the stamina of a superhero. And it actually went so long that Bob the model and even the contestant just sat down because they're like, we'll know when it happens. We'll hear when it happens. And it actually went through, I think, 2 full courses of the little song, and I think the audience was starting to sing along as well. That guy just didn't understand the game. I think the price of the watch was $25, so he missed it by $325. There you go. Before I move on, there is actually a really good another really good example here. There was a lady who, for the second I think she missed the first prize by $10. She guessed the price of the second prize, and she missed it by $15, which will put the mountain climber at the very top on the $25 mark. So to win, she would have to get the last prize exactly correct. However, after the second prize, the mountain climber inadvertently fell over, ending the game. They didn't realize this until during the commercial break, and that's when they realized it. So Bob came on and he said what had happened, and he said that she would have had one chance to get that last prize. So they were going to do the only fair thing that they can do. They gave her the prize, and that's pretty much evident for any game show like The Price is Right. If there is a technical malfunction that is beyond the player's control and it would impede them from winning the game, they give them the prize out of fairness, which is, if you think about it, is actually really cool. All right, now let's move on.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like
Number 4.
color.
Oh, Sandra, listen to this. Now you have a chance to win up to $10,000 in cash.
$10,000 playing the punch board. Let's go back here, and I will show you that we have all sorts of prizes here, all the way from $50 up to $10,000, hidden away here behind these holes. I'm going to give...
This is one of the games you play for cash. Right now the top prize is $25,000, but it does go up for special occasions. To win money, you need to win punches. And to do that, you must know the right price of 4 smaller prizes. Using our almighty phone as an example, let's say the price shown is $25. You need to decide if the right price is higher or lower. If you get it right, you win a punch. Get it wrong, and you don't. If you have at least one punch, then you get to punch the board for money, and you win the amount shown. I think it goes all the way from $25 up to the highest dollar amount. If you have more than one punch, you can either keep what you have or give it back and try again. So let's say you win $500, but you still have 2 punches left. You're like, you know what, I'm going to give back the $500 and I'm going to keep going. Or you're like, you know what, I want the $500, give it to me. After all your punches are done, you keep what the last card was. Now there have been a couple instances where a player won more than what the top dollar amount was. This is back when the top dollar amount was $10,000. Because I think there was two cards on there marked $250 and a second chance. So you would actually punch the board again, and you would get the $250 plus the next punch that you did. There were times where that next punch was the $10,000. So after that happened a couple times, they got rid of the second chance, which I guess makes sense. There's also another pretty notable instance with this game. There's a guy who, I think it was his first punch, he won $5,000. And at the time, that was the second highest amount. It was the $5,000, and then the next number up would have been the $10,000. Most people would stop, but he's like, no, I want to keep going. Everybody in the audience at the exact same time when Bob said, audience, tell him what he should do, everybody in the audience yelled, keep it! He was like, if you're scared, buy a dog, I'm going to keep going. And Bob's like, oh, Brian, I have never had a contestant give away $5,000. Oh, Brian! And he looked at the next punch on the board and he goes, oh, Brian, can we change the rules of the game? You know, we gave up $5,000 and he won $10,000. So that guy was extremely lucky right there. And imagine if that had been his last punch, and instead of winning $10,000, he won $25. Oh man, I would not have been a happy person if that happened.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like you,
Number 3.
fella.
Devin is going to play our first pricing game, and here's where he'll play. Devin, right over here. Devin, what does it say right there?
That's the Golden Road.
Golden Road is his game, folks. Golden Road. You've seen Golden Road.
Yes.
You know how exciting Golden Road is.
Yes.
Devin, it all begins with a can of beans. That can of beans can help you win that prize.
It's elegant flatware. From Oneida, the frost pattern softly glows with elegance in this service for 12 plus serving pieces. 2-tone satin and stainless steel flatware for any occasion. Oneida, your table is ready.
Devin, you win that prize, and we go on down the Golden Road and look at the next prize.
It's a new snowmobile. The Yamaha Phaser snowmobile comes with a 2-cylinder 500cc engine and an all-new suspension package for great handling.
And you win that prize, then we go all the way to the end of the Golden Road. And folks, you know that we always have something wonderful at the end of the Golden Road, don't we? And believe me, trust me, we are not going to let Devin down. We have something at the end of the Golden Road, Devin, that is more, it is more than $80,000 in prize. $80,000 in prize. Look at it.
It's a new motorhome. Devin, it's the Winnebago Outlook 25F motorhome. It's 26 feet long and comes with standard equipment plus Z package, 20-inch LCD TV, metallic paint, and interior upgrade package.
The price of those beans is...
This game is always played first, and always has a really nice prize at the end. You start with a very small prize, like a can of Pepsi. Hashtag not sponsored. Then you walk down a Golden Road to a bigger prize where you're shown 3 numbers with 1 covered. For example, the prize is 1 blank 9. The middle number is covered. You use the price of the last prize, let's say it's 75 cents, to determine the missing number. So you would need to guess if you need to figure out if it's 179 or 159. If you get it right, you move on to a bigger prize and do the same thing, only this time it'll be 4 numbers. Get that one right, and you move to the end of the Golden Road, which is the biggest prize of the show. It'll be prizes like a Lamborghini, a Tesla. They've given away a giant RV, a really big boat. They've given away some really expensive prizes. Usually in the $60,000 to $70,000 mark. Now, here's the bad thing about this game. If you get even 1 wrong, the journey ends right then and there. So if it's at the start with the first prize, then you win nothing. I do believe, however, if you lose at the end, like if you're at the big prize at the end and you get it wrong, you still win the other prizes that you already won. I think that's how that works. I'm not sure. If I am wrong, please let me know in the comments down below.
You know, I'm really easy to get along with most of the time. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like you.
Number 2.
He's up here. Randall, it's a pleasure to get you up here. And look what you can win.
A home computer and a jet ski. First, the Apple Personal Computer for your business or classroom. Your personal computer is portable, easy to set up, operate, and program for your personal computing from Apple. Second, The jet ski from Kawasaki. The thrills of speedboating, water skiing, and surfing. Handlebars control turning, hand throttle control speeds up to 35 miles per hour. The jet ski from Kawasaki.
Randall tells me he's visiting us from Texas, and we want the visit to be a happy one. We want you to win both of these prizes.
Alright, this game is no longer called this, but the goal is the same. I think now it's just called Bargain Bar, but back in the day it was Barker's Bargain Bar. You're presented with two prizes, like a grill and a TV, or something like that. Each of them has the price shown that is a bargain price. It's on sale. You need to determine which prize has the better bargain. So let's say the grill is at the bargain price. The grill is $2,100, and the TV is at $3,200. You need to determine which one has the better bargain price. If you do that, you win both prizes. Guess wrong, and unfortunately, you lose the game. You lose the game. So there you have it. The top 10 games that have been around since their debut. All of these games are still in circulation, including Plinko. That one's kind of obvious. There are hundreds of pricing games that are playing on the Price is Right. Some of them are no longer around, which does happen, but it's still definitely on my bucket list to go on the Price is Right. And I hope the game I do is one away, because I'll definitely ham up the almighty sound effects lady thing. But if you like this video, then make sure you hit that like button, and also click the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all my videos. And join us next time as we look at your continuity. This has been General Kenobi. Catch y'all next time.